everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, I thought it'd be fun to kind of play a little game, and this is, I guess, a takeoff of maybe palette bingo, just kind of along those lines. So, when I recently got my ColourPop, the full, lippy stash, if you haven't seen my little review, swatchy video of that, I do have one of those out for you if you are interested. I'm really loving the pencils, by the way. In case you need to know, I think I'm really happy with this purchase, and honestly, I feel like I've used them on every single look that I have completed since I purchased them, so they are a staple currently. Anyways, another thing that I wanted to order from ColourPop that I have been dying to get, but just never, because of how much makeup I have, a lot. I don't really need anything. It's more so just things that I really want. But something that I've really wanted for a long time is the So Jaded palette. And I just always thought the color story was really beautiful. And I really honestly don't have too many ColourPop palettes. I now have 3 because I have the Raw Beauty Christie one, along with this one, which is the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights palette. And so I've used this 3 times maybe, and I think there is a really fun kind of variety within here, but I always seem to get kind of, maybe not stuck, but I'm just not sure where to go. So I thought today, I numbered all of the shades here and the tiny little numbers next to the names, and I put the 30 numbers on a little piece of paper, and I thought in this cute little Santa planter that I could pull out 6 numbers, and we will use those 6 shades in my eye look today, just to see what kind of comes of it, because it's just fun to kind of play around and play with color or whatever, or kind of be, I don't want to say confined, but just try to see what you can create through whatever you're given. I think that's just fun, and I'm excited to see what colors we're gonna get. Excuse me, got a frog in the throat. See what kind of colors we are going to get when we pick from our stash here. Ooh, we got a little lost one. All right, so let me just pull out 6 right away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are the 6 we are going to use. All right, so number 8 is Sunstones. We've got kind of like a goldy color. Then we have number 2, which is Rose Quartz. Easy peasy at the moment. Then next we have number 6, which is Moonstone. Okay, we are going for a very light kind of look at the moment. And number 5, Fluorite. Okay, lots of light here. I don't know about this. Okay, something good. 27. Ooh, this deeper kind of purpley blue shade, Alexandrianite. And number 12, Ametrine, I think is how you pronounce it. So we kind of have a purpley, goldy, something kind of look. I am not quite sure. We didn't get any kind of greens or like oranges or anything. We've got some pretty basic shades here, but I am excited to kind of play and see what we're gonna do. I feel like I have a pretty easy layout of already what I wanna do, so good for me. But first up, I'm gonna prime up my lids. I'm just taking some Milani eyeshadow primer, as that's what I have handy right now. Also, I did a nice fresh tweeze on my brows, and I'm always like, yes, honey, get that fresh brow hair goodness. I love when they're snatched. So for the first color, I think I'm gonna go into Rose Quartz and put that all kind of in my transition area. Rose Quartz is an interesting shade that I've used quite a lot, and I really like it because it looks very brown in the pan, but does come off quite pink on the eye, in my opinion. All right. Now, I'm gonna go into Ametrine and deepen up the crease. I love this color in the crease. It's such a pretty kind of more mauvey, pinky, purpley shade. Super stunning. I've already put this one in the crease in a different look that I did, but I love this color in the crease. So pretty. Now this is one of the formulas that I think ColourPop has a lot of, where it's like a matte shadow, but they put glitter in there. Not my favorite. What I do is always kind of tap it off, and once I tap off, all the glitter falls off my brush, so I really am just left with the matte shade, which is usually kind of how I prefer it, especially if it's in the crease. Okay, I think I've kind of decided on a shape. I think I'm gonna go in with more of like a halo eye for this look. So I'm gonna pack on a little bit more of this ametrine color, more so here as well in the inner portion of my lid. Oh, I just love that color so much. I love the pinky purpley hue. I'm gonna go back into rose quartz and just kind of tap it along and buff out my edge a little bit. It's really pretty how kind of almost a peachiness is seen, obviously probably a rosiness, comparatively to the other shade on my lid. Now, for the brow bone highlight, we did have Moonstone and Sunstone, and Sunstone definitely is more orangey, but I kind of want to put that as my highlight under my brow. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush of Sunstone just so that it's not a super concentrated amount, and tap off my brush so that I just have some pigment left, and sweep that right underneath, and I can see just a hair, just like a kiss of that shimmer. I think we're going to end up using this within our inner corner as well, because I think I'm concentrating a lot of the cool tones, which will be more so right on the lid. Really pretty. Love kind of that little kiss of warm glow at the top. Now, with kind of a packer brush, I am tempted to see what Alexandrianite is going to look like when it's wet. But this is what's going to go on the outermost portion and the innermost portion, kind of over the matte shade of ametrite that we already, or ametrine that we've already put in there, just so that we can really get that halo effect. But first, I guess we'll just go in with it dry and see if we need to kind of amp up the pigment at all. It's pretty, but I think we'll probably dampen our brush, get a little bit more payoff, just because I'm all about that pigment. Honey, I want a shimmery, shiny, beautiful shadow. The thing that's really pretty about this color, Alexandrianite, is that it is shifty. It kind of has a purpley blue shift to it. Ooh, but I'm loving how this looks so far. Okay, palette bingo or palette numbers or whatever we want to call it. I see you. I see you. Okay, so let's spritz our brush. Definitely, once we got a damp brush, more pigment and more of that color shifty payoff. All right, now the next color, and we've already gone through 4 colors. I am so proud. Next color we're gonna go in is with Fluorite, and then Moonstone will be in the centermost portion. So I'm just going to keep dampening my brush in between each shade so that we get just the highest shine possible. Ooh, it's looking beautiful. Really think I've got a cool little effect going here. I'm gonna go back into Alexandrianite and just kind of blend the two together where they overlap a little bit. Now I think I'm gonna go in with my finger back into Fluorite and kind of try to tap the pigment as well. All right, then lastly, we're gonna put Moonstone right into the center. Again, kind of just gonna tap on my finger. A little bit of Moonstone, that nice pretty shine, and then I'll probably go back into Fluorite as well. Tap along the edges and really get things nice and blended between all of the shades. Now what's interesting to me is I feel like a lot of our ametrine color was lost. So I'm gonna go back into my blender, and I don't wanna lose all the work that we obviously just did, but I'm gonna blend out just a bit on these edges here, just so that we don't lose that really pretty shade. Similarly, we're gonna go back into rose quartz, get that back and intensified a bit. And I think it would be really beautiful to have sunstone in the inner corner, but we will focus on that and the lower lash line once I get the rest of my face on. See you back in a bit. All right, let's finish up that lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into Alexandria Night and just kind of put that right in the outer corner and kind of bring it in a little. I'm not sure if I want to do the same and kind of mirror everything on the bottom. We'll see. I think I'm just gonna put Alexandria Night across all of it, the bottom lower lash line here. And some of it is ending up in the waterline. I'm good with it. Now what I really want to do is blend out with rose quartz and really get that warmth on the bottom as well. Now to add in a little bit of that warmth in that inner corner, I'm going to take Sunstone and pop it right there. And there we have it. I put Sunstone in the inner corner, but it almost became more of like a peachy color on top of the purple that was already there, but I really like it. I think it's stunning. I'm gonna just pop on some mascara and we'll close it on out. All right, everybody, and here we are after a fun little palette bingo. I gotta say, I really like how it turned out. I wasn't expecting kind of this bold of a look with the shades that I got. So just to go through, I got Rose Quartz as one of my shades. Then I had Fluorite and Moonstone, Sunstone, Alexandria Night, and what was the last one? Oh, ametrine, that's right. So we started off with this kind of in the transition area, rose quartz, moved to ametrine into the crease. Then on the lid to kind of help create our halo eye, we first started with the darkest of Alexandria Night, moved on up to Fluorite, Moonstone in the center portion, and then we have Sunstone on the inner corner and as our highlight to give us more of that warmth as we go out. And we have a really pretty kind of sunsetty vibe. I picked a more kind of warm orangey lip to play off of that, but this was really fun, and certainly I will be doing more of these because it's just a really fun way to get out of, and I don't even want to say a rut, because honestly I could always play with makeup. Makeup playtime is always a good time for me. But going through, I don't think I would have ever picked those shades together because I would probably think, oh, these are too similar, I have too many shimmery shades or whatever it may be. But this look is beautiful. Like, this is such a beautiful look, and it's so nice to know how many people probably have this palette. Pull it out, play with it, use what you got, use what your palette is giving you to have fun, to just express yourself and create something pretty. I love kind of peachy and purpley together, kind of gives me Desert Dusk. Is that the name of the Huda Beauty palette? I think so. But kind of similar vein of that with the purple, orangey, rosy tones all mashed together. Just super fun. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this look. I certainly have, and we will definitely be playing some more fun games like this because it's just cool to see what we can knock out with, you know, shades that are picked for us. All right, everybody, thank you again so much for being here. I had a blast, and wherever you are and whatever you may be doing, I hope you're able to do something you love every single day. All right, guys, bye.